Tonight, we're headed out onto one of the weirdest, most uncomfortable stretches of road in New England. A road that runs from Seekonk to Taunton on Route 44 in Massachusetts. If you've ever driven it at night, you already know the vibe. Empty, dark, quiet, and a little mysterious. And it's here where people report seeing a red-headed hitchhiker, pale as hell, clothes all messed up, standing at the shoulder of the road and then just disappearing. Or worse, showing up in the backseat of your car. Some folks hear him through the radio, some say he screams, and some swear he just smiles at you. I'm Sean.
I'm Kathy.
I'm Chris.
And this is Weirder After Dark. So we've got a quick update on the Gardner Museum heist. One of our Redditors, Raimundo_Holding, dropped something that we might have accidentally glanced over during the episode. Raimundo wrote, the tape used to tie up the security guards seen in picture number 6 mysteriously went missing from FBI evidence. The tape is long thought to contain the fingerprints of the burglars and perhaps the only clue to the real identity of the thieves.
The tape they wrapped around our eyes?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you got it. Yeah, it wasn't just the tape that went missing. It was also the handcuffs they used to handcuff the 2 security guards. Those also went missing.
From the FBI evidence.
From the FBI evidence facility.
Wow. That brings up some interesting concepts, right?
I think we suspected, obviously, there was an inside person.
Boots on the ground.
Shout out, Nicole. There had to be somebody on the inside. The fact that it's gone unsolved for this long,
Yeah.
it's not surprising that there was maybe FBI support.
Well, if you guys remember the suspect list, Whitey Bulger was one of the main suspects.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Whitey Bulger had an FBI handler. He was feeding information about the Mariano crime family. And this guy went to great lengths to keep him out of trouble with the FBI to continue to make cases against the Italian crime families.
It's fucking gang related.
So could he have made the evidence disappear?
Yep.
It's an interesting theory, right?
Turn a blind eye to this crime to kind of get
Or
benefits
even
of
hide evidence so he could keep his star rat in place.
So cool. It runs so deep.
Yeah.
So deep.
So interesting.
And just shout out to the gang, too, just for always having our back, throwing out some facts if anything ever gets missed, allowing us to go ahead and make sure that we're bringing that to everyone. So thank you for that catch.
Yeah, they're definitely keeping us on our toes.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love the accountability. Speaking of the gang, we also have to have a shout out for the whole entire crew because 1 year.
1 year.
One motherfucking year.
A year. Wow.
Yeah, this is episode number 52.
That's insane.
Yeah, I can't believe we made it this far. I just think it's just like so neat to know that, you know, if it wasn't for these wonderful listeners, the gang themselves, we wouldn't be doing this.
I was expecting to do 3 or 4 episodes and have like maybe our moms listen and then call it a day. It was a fun thing we did once.
Chris, you made a comment the other day saying that, hey, I went back and listened to the first couple episodes that we put out and just for the gang, give us a breakdown. I haven't done that yet. What did we sound like? Were we perfect?
You know how when you listen to the last episode and then it starts the whole podcast over? Yeah, I listened to our first couple of episodes. It was rough.
What do you mean?
It was good. It really was. But the editing was rough. The sound quality was bad. Our timing was a little fucked up. We weren't quite there yet.
I remember it would take us like 35 minutes to record the intro. We're like, so what are we talking about today? We just to lock that in was so ridiculous. I also remember people all the time telling us like, oh my God, it sounds like studio quality. Like it sounds so good.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. A, thank you for being nice. But B, remember how stressed out I always was about every drop? I was like, guys, I noticed a sound.
And I'm like, I did not hear that. Like, I did. I totally heard it. Everyone heard it. They're going to comment.
Stop the episode. I think I heard a motorcycle in the background.
I'm just so glad that we don't have to deal with that shit anymore.
My favorite was when you would turn around, Sean, and you would be like, wait, Kathy, stop. There was a bird outside the window and it was chirping really loud and I could hear it and be like, okay.
We had to remind you to speak into the microphone last episode.
I know.
You're looking over your shoulder talking about somebody being upstairs. Like, no, you got to look at the microphone, honey.
I'm animated when I speak.
All that said, thank you for sticking with us.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Would not be here without you.
Cheers and here's, I guess.
26 can be a good year, yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I was going to call that out. I think this is going to be a year that we go to that next level. So
I think so. Yeah, because we got Ghost Poppy.
Yep.
We're working with them to create a Weirder After Dark candle line.
This is going to be
We got
sick.
that.
You're going to do the Exeter Incident Week, where the UFO Week.
Yeah.
Yep,
Got
the
some
end of the
things going
summer.
on maybe in Portsmouth.
Yeah, we got some events
Yep.
we're going to start going to, and I think we're also going. I'm gonna say it officially live, so we hold ourselves accountable. I think we're also going to eventually make this the year the transition into video podcasting as well. So it's out there now. We have to do it. Now
we have like an official studio where we can kind of set up, have some background, do some cool stuff. So
we got to do it before AI takes over podcasting.
Yes,
and we get.
So we got like 2 weeks.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that, let's kind of transition into today's episode. Tonight, we are actually going to be diving deep into Massachusetts, into Route 44's red-headed hitchhiker, a local Massachusetts legend that plays out on a dark stretch of road between Rehoboth, Seekonk, and Taunton, Massachusetts. Now, Chris, I know you're familiar with this one, but Kathy, do you remember anything about the red-headed hitchhiker?
No.
No?
No.
You sat here and listened to me tell stories about the Bridgewater Triangle.
I hear you talk a lot, honey.
Okay, fair.
And Chris, why are you familiar?
So if you remember, Sean, I did an episode on the Bridgewater Triangle.
That's right, episode 6, if you haven't listened to it yet, because everything in that episode is big.
Yes.
That will make sense if you listen.
Yes. And to be fair, that was 46 episodes ago.
Yes. But yeah, you actually mentioned one story about the red-headed hitchhiker inside of your episode.
Yeah.
And today, we're just going to do a huge deep dive special episode just into this one legend, this one character of the Bridgewater Triangle. So take a deep breath because we're about to take a very unfriendly road trip together. And before we get into the history and the theories, I'm going to do something a little different here today. I'm going to try to bring the 5 most commonly reported encounters that happen on Route 44 to life with a little cinematic storytelling.
Ooh,
All right.
okay.
So imagine this. It's a chilly fall night in Rehoboth, Massachusetts, one of the oldest towns in the state. Over 400 years of history, yet barely 13,000 people are tucked into its quiet rural streets. There's an animal hospital, a Bristol County Savings Bank, an ExxonMobil at Cumberland Farms, and of course, a Dunkin's because it's Massachusetts, of course.
Dunkin's.
Yeah, but this is no city. Providence is 25 miles west. Rehoboth is destined to stay a small suburb forever. You were here for your weekly family dinner, something you actually look forward to, the laughs, the inside jokes, the games. It's a tiny escape from the bullshit of real life. But now you're alone, back in your Jeep, headed home to Plymouth, a straight 33-mile shot directly east. You've got all your essentials, an empty Dunkin's cup rattling in the cup holder left over from earlier today. You have your phone with an 8% charge barely clinging to life. And then you notice the time. It's 11:45. You stayed way longer than you meant to. But it's been one of those weeks where a few extra hours with the people you love feels like the only thing that's going to keep you from unraveling.
That never happens. Our family get together, Sean.
Yeah. I'm dreaming for something here, okay? I'm dreaming. This is home. Totally not relatable, Sean. Your eyes burn. Your head feels heavy. It's way past your usual bedtime. Chris, you can relate to that. You start the engine, pull out into the dark 2-lane road, and immediately face a decision. Normally, you take I-195 home. It adds about 17 minutes, turns a 53-minute ride into an hour and 10, but it's safe. It's well lit. It's predictable. And predictability feels damn fucking good at midnight. But there is the other option, and that's Route 44. You know the stories about Route 44. You've heard about the screams, the stalled cars, the accidents, the ghosts, the red-headed hitchhiker. You've pictured them since you were a kid. You've pictured the flannel, the wild red beard, the figure flagging you down for help. Just thinking about it, you start to feel your palms sweat and your mind starts to spin with the memories of all the legends.
I'll take the highway. Fuck.
No, we're going to go 44.
Be a boring story if you took the highway.
Captain Obvious.
But you're tired, it's late, and you're not trying to be a horror movie dumbass tonight. So you shake the thoughts from your mind as you roll toward the intersection where Route 118 splits towards I-195 and Route 44 stretches straight ahead into miles of pitch black nothing. It's decision time. Do you take the safe highway or do you shave 17 minutes off the drive and risk whatever the hell people claim lives on Route 44? You breathe in. You shake your head and you say, fuck it. New England legends aren't real. A ghost hitchhiker? Come on. There's nothing to be scared of. You pass your last opportunity for I-195 on-ramp, and Route 44 swallows you whole, and with every mile, the road becomes darker and darker.
You know you can make a U-turn.
Yeah. Right. No, it's gone. No turning back. You roll your shoulders, you crack your knuckles, you crank the radio just to fight the tension that's starting to creep in. You're cruising at about 45 miles per hour, eyes fixed on the road, when you notice it's cold, too cold. You go to put the window up, but wait, it's already up. It's fucking November, after all. Your eyes drop for a moment toward the center console. You reach to turn off the AC, but the heat's on. You stretch your hand to the vents. Warm air blows across your skin, but the car feels ice cold. It wasn't this cold a few minutes ago. You exhale. A white mist leaves your mouth. Your grip tightens on the wheel, and the hair on your neck starts to rise. And then,
Jesus.
A scream detonates beside you. You jump so violently, just like Kathy did in her seat, and you slam into the driver's side window. Your hand jerks the wheel. You stomp the brakes. Your heart races. That was right next to you. It was literally right next to you in the car. Not outside, not from the woods, from the fucking passenger seat. A raw, violent, guttural sound like something being torn apart by animals. The force of the brakes throws you forward into the steering wheel. Your vision blurs. The drumline of your heart booms faster and faster. Your eyes shoot to the seat beside you. It's empty. The car's drifted into the other lane and come to a hard stop. You twist around to check the back seats. There's nothing there. Just your old Dunkin' cup now rolling across the floor from the sudden stop. The scream stopped instantly, almost the way it began, but it was definitely inside the fucking vehicle. You turn back to the windshield, your air freshener slowly losing momentum as it swings from the rearview mirror, your heart still hammering. Could it have been an animal, a person? Are you losing it? Before you can even finish thinking, you slam on the accelerator and get the fuck out of there. And just like that, the car's warm again. It's normal, almost. But nothing about what just happened feels fucking normal. The silence that penetrates the song on the radio feels alive. And guess what? You're awake now.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's our first story.
Fuck.
And I just want to call out, that is actually a true story that was documented. There were numerous encounters that I read just claiming cold air appearing from absolutely nowhere inside their car, a lot like we'd see in a haunted house.
Yeah.
Right? And then a lot of times that cold air is immediately followed by a sudden scream from inside the vehicle.
Could you imagine? You're in the car alone, late at night, you're falling asleep, and then something next to you screams and there's nothing there.
Fuck no.
Oh, man, I'd be doing 90.
What do you do? You're in a car. You can't run.
Yeah. The only thing to do is just to keep driving.
Yeah. You just have to take it.
Yeah.
You just got to take it.
Oh, I'd be petrified. That's such an eerie story.
Well, it gets weirder, guys. We got 4 more just like this.
Okay.
You're back up to speed on Route 44. You're alive, but terrified. You're doing everything you can to calm down. Deep breathing, self-soothing, talking to yourself like an unhinged therapist named Chris. Your mind keeps replaying that guttural scream over and over again. What in the fucking world was it? It's been a long week at work. You're tired. It's late. There's a lot of stress in your life. You're rationalizing it a million different ways, as anyone would in this situation. You probably are thinking right now that you want to call your mom or your spouse or anyone to keep you company. But as you look back at your phone, 8% battery. You're going to have to tough this one out alone. The white lines on the pavement flash beneath the wheels of your Jeep in a steady, hypnotic interval. Your breathing evens out, but your hands still retain their firm grip on the wheel. Okay, I'm fine. 40 more minutes, you say to yourself.
That feels like a lifetime.
I know. 40 minutes. 40 minutes. You glance back at the clock. It's 11:57. It's been 12 minutes.
You put on an episode of Weird. No, don't put on Weird After Dark.
No.
The radio is still going, but your brain isn't even processing any of it. You're just trying to keep your shit together long enough to get home. And then the radio cuts out. It glitches for half a second, and then again, and then static fills the speakers. At first, somehow you're not panicked. You are on back roads, whatever. The radio cuts in and out. So you change the station, and that's static. And then you change it again, and that's static. And you slowly start to think to yourself, what the fuck? You try again, and this time on the next station, the static deepens. It's lower. It's rougher. It's like something's underneath it. You're wishing in this moment that you could just play your Apple playlist instead of dealing with this shit, but you shake your head. You only have 8% battery. You reach for the dashboard to turn the volume down. You're just like, fuck it. And as you turn it down, the static gets louder.
Ooh.
You crank it down again, the static gets louder. It's like the static is pushing back. You let out an audible, nope, no, and you decide, fuck this, silence it is. Yep, I'm done. And you turn off the audio, but the radio doesn't turn off.
Oh my God.
The display freezes. Mid-glitch, numbers are flickering, letters half-formed, unreadable. Suddenly, the static shifts. There's a rhythm to it now. It's pulsing, almost like a heartbeat. You can feel your body starting to tense up. You smack the radio.
That's the next logical step.
You know?
That is the solution to so many issues.
The static spikes again. Then a low voice breaks through the distortion.
No.
See you. You freeze.
Oh my God.
Your eyes snap to the rearview mirror without meaning to. You hear it again. See you soon. The voice is more unmistakable this time. Cold, calm, masculine. Again, you smack the shit out of the radio. This time with the palm of your hand. The voice grows louder. I'll see you soon. Your stomach drops. You want to vomit, cry, teleport, anything. Get me the fuck out of here. The sounds aren't even coming from the radio anymore. It sounds like they're coming from every direction. You slam the radio power one more time, and finally everything goes silent. A glorious silence. The quiet lasts for 3 seconds. Then right beside your ear, so close it feels like someone is leaning in from the back seat, you hear, Sean? Your whole body locks up. Your foot eases off the gas without permission. Your eyes dart again to the back seat. Nothing. Just the faint smell of warm coffee from that old Dunkin's cup on the floor. The radio. We're getting so many Dunkin' shout-outs. We better be getting sponsored soon.
Or at least the Dunkin's gift card, something.
Yeah, something. The radio finally dies. The screen black. You shut the music off manually. No static, no voice, just you in the endless black road. But now you're shaking so hard you can barely steer. And that's number 2.
Sean. Jeez.
Yeah.
You're taking me right on this fucking ride, and it's terrifying. Stop it.
This one freaked me at the radio play. Yeah. I do not like that at all.
It's also, too, I think you're trapped in a car. So it's you only have one direction to go.
40 miles on a dark road with not much on it.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And you have no other choice but to just keep driving.
Yeah. And the crazy
part... it's a slow burn too, right? There's static on the radio. That's strange. When we change the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me turn no, it won't even turn off.
Yeah.
Now it's in the car. What?
Yeah. And this one too, multiple accounts saying radio just stopped working, nothing but static, voices coming through the radio as it's happening.
And saying a weird guy Sean's name. So random.
Weird. So weird.
So strange.
This made me also think of the UFO encounters a little bit as well too. A lot of UFO encounters, they come all of a sudden the radio static, or it'll turn off, or it'll do something. I didn't know what to make of this one, but I know I don't want to experience it.
Now they're attributing this to the red-headed hitchhiker coming through. Is that saying it's his voice?
Yeah, they
coming
think
through?
it might be his voice coming through, or just fucking Bridgewater Triangle creepiness.
So did they ever end up seeing him?
Ooh, well, I'm glad you brought that up, Kathy.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
continue on. The road straightens out. Dense woods on the right, a slope of brush on the left, no lights, no houses, no signs of life. You try to focus on the white lines flashing beneath the car because they're steady, they're predictable, and right now they're the only fucking thing that feels safe. And then you see something in the road. It's far off, a smudged silhouette in the headlights. You lean forward, eyes squinting. What is it? You're transfixed. You're nervous. Is it a signpost? A mailbox? Please be a fucking mailbox. You ease off the gas as you get closer, and the shape grows taller and wider. It's a silhouette now, and it's not a sign. It's not a pole. It's not a mailbox. It's fucking human shapes. Shit, you brake harder as your headlights finally catch him. He's standing perfectly still, facing the road, facing you. Red hair, pale skin, flannel shirt, jeans. It's him. It's the red-headed hitchhiker standing like he's been manifesting this moment all fucking night, waiting for you. As you get within 50 feet, he still isn't moving. He's not flinching. He stares. You're now maybe 20 feet from him, close enough to see a faint texture of his shirt, the outline of his beard, the emptiness in his expression. It's not anger. It's not fear. It's like a void. And then it's cold again. You see your breath again. You feel the primitive urge to run, but all you can do is not stop because there's no fucking way you're stopping.
No.
Yeah. He doesn't wave. He doesn't raise a hand for a ride like you'd expect someone named the red-headed hitchhiker to do. He just stands there like a mannequin someone dropped on the side of the highway. And then, without a single step, he's suddenly closer. You blink, and now he's within 10 feet of your bumper. You choke your breath, and then another blink, he's now 5 feet away. Your hands fly to the gear shift. Your pulse pounds in your ears. Another blink and he's standing directly in front of your car, not touching the hood, not blocking the path, just staring straight into your windshield like he can see straight through the glass and straight into you. His lips curl, not into a smile, but into this weird, creepy-ass smirk, like he's kind of fucking enjoying this, and then impacts.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You've killed him. You've fucking killed him.
Good.
But you didn't feel anything. Where was the crash? Where was the screams, the yell? Did he just get out the way? Did he jump? How could he move that fast? You look in your rearview mirror expecting a horrific scene of blood and death, but there's nothing. It's like he just disappeared. Your entire body screams to go, and you fucking listen. Once again, you find yourself slamming the accelerator. The engine roars. You tear down Route 44, breathing like you ran a marathon, eyes flickering from mirror to mirror to mirror, expecting him to reappear in any of them. But there's nothing. Just darkness swallowing your taillights.
Fuck.
We need to give our listeners a warning at the beginning of this episode for jump scares.
That's quite some got you, bitch.
Especially if they are driving a car.
Yeah. Maybe we'll throw one in the beginning. You ask, Kathy, do people see him?
Yeah.
And fuck yes. And they see him in so many different ways. Some people claim to just see the man on the side of the road and he disappears. Some claim he disappears the moment they're about to crash into him and make impact. And it goes back and forth. But there's so many claims in this area of something like this happening.
So strange. I mean, I know that this is a myth that has been around for a long time and a lot of different stories and retelling, but there's some through lines here with the cold and the car. And
that's one of the craziest things about this myth is just the consistency to it. We're going to talk about it in a little bit. Like people in the area that are familiar with the legend claim to see the same exact things, but even stranger. And I've got a quote from a couple people that are not from the area that had never heard the legend, and the first time they experience it, it still fits perfectly to the local legends.
Yeah, you see, that freaks me out because everybody's heard this story from this area.
Maybe you're going to get into this later, but do you have any information on who
we're going to dive into the history.
Okay,
we're going to dive in.
Good.
We got a couple more encounters to work through, though.
No.
I do want to say, though, the description of him kind of sounds like you.
What? I'm not redheaded.
No, but...
I'm no-headed. Well, no, I got a head. No-haired. No hair.
It was the beard and the pale, pasty skin.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Just kidding.
Hey, I got confused from an Italian yesterday. They call me Tony. They walked into the Chipotle gang and they're like, yo, you Tony? And I was like, me?
No.
Oh, gosh. I don't know how they confused me for an Italian man.
Our delivery guy this morning also thought that Chris was your dad.
That was so good. That was so good. All right. Our next encounter. Your hands haven't stopped shaking since you floored it. Your pulse is still slamming against your ribs hard enough that it hurts. But you force yourself to breathe in, out, in, and out. It's fine. It's over. You're moving. He's not here. But still, every instinct in your body is screaming that you're wrong. Why didn't you just take I-195, the trusted route, the safe route? You've done it millions of times. The trees start to blur in your peripheral vision. Tall, dark streaks of black cutting past your windows. You're in some type of trance. Maybe it's shock. You don't know what it is, but you're not here. You're not in the moment. You're not present anymore. You're not even sure if you're driving anymore, or is Route 44 pulling you towards Taunton? As the minutes pass, you find yourself too scared to take your eyes off the road. You don't check the mirrors. Not yet. Not after what just happened. Mentally, you couldn't handle the sight. You don't even know what's worse at this point, a dead body or no body at all. A bump in the road jolts the mirror slightly. Your air freshener sways again, just enough to tempt you. And you think to yourself, don't look, but you do. And you instantly regret it. There's a face staring back at you from the back seat. An intense rush of electricity shocks you back to life for the third time as a man's face is burned into your consciousness. Red hair, skin pale, eyes black as pits. An intense rush of fear seizes your entire body. Your hands rip the wheel to the side without thinking. The car swerves violently toward the shoulder. Your tires screech as they hit the loose gravel. No. Your heart is pounding again so violently that you think it might stop completely. You whip your head around the back seat again. But there's nothing there. It's empty. You turn back to the road. The car begins to fishtail. You fight the wheel with everything you've got, muscles screaming, adrenaline flooding your chest. For a minute, you regain control and bring the Jeep to a stop. You don't want to stop, but you're shaking. You have to. You can't. You can't even keep your hands steady. Faster than you knew you were capable of, you throw the door open and bust out of the driver's seat, tears starting to run down your face. You wish you were anywhere but here, but even outside the Jeep, away from whatever the fuck just happened inside there, somehow you're more terrified. You can't imagine how you're supposed to get back in there, but out here it's silent. Too silent. The only thing that breaks the silence is your heavy breathing in and out and in and out. You haven't seen another car from now what feels like hours, even though it's barely been 15 fucking minutes. And look, Route 44 is dark, but it's not middle of nowhere dark. Going this long without another vehicle, that's not normal. Or maybe that's just the fear talking. You're unsure, but you know you have no choice. You have to get back in that Jeep. The messed up irony that the only other option would be the hitchhike crosses your mind for half a second, and then terror wipes that clean. You breathe in, you steady yourself, you force your legs to move. You walk towards the Jeep, all its interior lights blazing, the driver's side door still wide open like it's begging you to get back inside. You check the back seat, you check the trunk as you walk around. All empty, just the coffee cup on the floor again, and your reflection staring back at you in the glass. Your terrified, pale reflection. You blink, try to ground yourself, and then in the reflection, just for a split motherfucking second, you see something. A flicker of red-like hair, like someone ducking out of view. Your throat closes. Leave me the fuck alone, you yell, as tears spill down your cheeks. You scramble back into the Jeep, slam it in the drive, and take off, and you're speeding hard. You don't care. You'd break the pedal off the fucking car from getting out of here. The engine screams, the road tears beneath you, and again, the darkness of Route 44 swallows everything behind you.
Inside the fucking car, Sean. I had to be inside the car this time.
Inside the car, and then the reflection outside the car when you're out of it. It's everywhere. It's fucking literally everywhere.
The stories I heard about the red-headed hitchhikers, they stop and they pick this guy up. They look at him. They look back at the road. They pull on and they look over and he's gone.
We're going to talk about those as well.
Oh, yeah.
We got a couple of those coming up too.
Dude, he stops and picks him up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kathy. We've got some horror movie stupid people out there. But I think this one is so interesting too because we kind of called it out, but I think it's like outlining the different ways that this spirit manifests inside the car, outside the car. It's like haunting people in this small little stretch of road. Something seems to be happening.
Oh,
All right, we got our last cinematic story. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Your nerves are fried at this point.
Yeah.
Your pulse feels like it's beating everywhere. Your neck, your wrist, your chest, even behind your eyes. You're gripping the wheel so hard your fingers are starting to ache, and they're not going to loosen up. Not on this road. The rearview mirror incident has officially changed something deep inside of you. Now, every shadow looks like it could be him. Every flicker of your headlight feels like a warning. Every reflection off a road stake sends a shock through your veins. You keep telling yourself you're close to Taunton, close to streetlights, close to people, close to anything that isn't this endless stretch of black. But Route 44 doesn't care. You roll your shoulders, trying to keep the tension from climbing into your throat. Almost there, you whisper. Your foot stays steady on the gas as your speedometer goes from 50 to 60 to 70 and just continues to climb. And then a soft sound, a tap. You freeze. You tell yourself it's a rock, it's a branch, it's a bug, it's anything. But the sound came from the driver's side window right from your left, right next to your face. You keep staring straight ahead. And then again, you hear the noise, but this time it's twice. Tap, tap. Your jaw locks so tight your teeth hurt. The third tap that you hear, it isn't a tap. It's a slow drag of someone putting a fingernail across the glass right next to your fucking ear. You whip your head towards the window and there's nothing. There's nothing there. Just black tree silhouettes, dead stretches of roads. You let out a shaky breath, chest heaving. Okay, just something hit the car. That's all this is. Just something hit the car.
It was a branch.
It's a branch. Yep, it's a branch. Your voice sounds weak, uneven. You don't even believe what you're saying. You face forward again, and then a knock. A clear, sharp knock right at your temple. Every alarm in your brain goes off at once. Your skin prickles. Anxiety spikes. Slowly, against every instinct, you turn your head back to the window, and the glass instantly fogs over. A perfect oval of condensation, like someone is leaning inches from the surface, breathing. Your heart free falls, and then a voice speaks again, right beside your car, low, close, and it says, "Let me in." You don't look at the window. You don't check the mirror. You don't blink. The only thing you can focus on is the line of the road slowly being swallowed by your headlights. Your chest aches. The stream of tears continue. Your whole body is pure fight or flight mode as you speed away. You catch one last thing in the corner of your eye. It's a faint handprint on the outside of the glass. Its outline smeared in the condensation. And then as fast as it came, the wind seems to just wipe it away. You don't slow down. You don't think. You just want off this fucking road. You blow past the spot where the woods open up a little bit, where the shoulder widens, the place you always thought as almost Taunton as a kid. But tonight it doesn't feel like a salvation. It feels like you're outrunning something. Your breathing is shallow, sharp. You can taste your adrenaline. It's metallic in nature, bitter almost. And you whisper to yourself, come on, come on, come on. You reach down and turn the heat up again, not because you need the warmth, but because the cold, yeah, that unnatural cold, it's starting to come back again. It's not that normal kind. It's that kind that crawled over your skin and manifested. Before each of these events, you swallow hard, you gulp, the temperature, it's dropping 1 degree after another, after another. Your breath again starts to fog the air and you just say, no, 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 no. And you turn the heat all the way up to max. Warm air blasts from the vents, but the car stays cold. A pressure fills the cabin, a presence, the same one you felt right before the scream. You grip the wheel tighter, you stare ahead like your life depends on it, because it does depend on it. Then you hear it breathing. And it's not yours. It's slow, it's dense, it's uneven, it's coming now, this time from the passenger side. Every muscle in your body locks, your peripheral vision tightens, you refuse to look. Don't you fucking look, you whisper to yourself, don't do it. Something shifts in the seat, you can feel it, the fabric, it moves, it's got weight, like someone just sat down or sat up. Your heart slams against your ribs so hard it hurts. You stare forward, eyes wide, your vision blurry, hands numb, the air beside you dips colder and colder, and you can feel him right there, inches away from you. You don't breathe. You don't blink. You wait for it to pass, but it's not passing. Instead, you can feel the exhale against your ear.
Oh.
Didn't think I'd catch you, did you?
I don't like it.
Your whole body convulses.
I'm like cringing my ear to my shoulder. Like, that's such a creepy...
man. Your foot jerks the accelerator. The car rockets forward, but the present stays heavy, seated, breathing. You stare dead ahead, tears stringing from your eyes in pure terror. Get out, get out, get out. You whisper to the road, the universe, anything that will listen. And then the breathing stops. Everything stops. The cold lifts. The pressure eases. And the car suddenly is empty. You don't dare to look. You just keep driving faster than you've ever driven on a road in your life. And finally, you clear the last bend and see the first faint streetlights of Taunton glowing in the distance. It's civilization. It's real warmth. It's life, not this shit. You blow past the welcome to Taunton sign doing illegal speeds. Your heart feels bruised in a way. You're hurt and your throat is tight and your hands are so fucking aching. And only then, as you hit the safe, populated streets, do you let yourself look, and nothing's there.
Fuck, Sean. Jesus.
Yeah.
That was intense.
And these, again, are just like a culmination. And again, I try to bring them to life a little bit, but of some different stories that I was able to read on this. And most, I'm going to be honest, most of it was just like legends saying that like you'll hear whispers in your ear or the radio goes out or whatever it is. So I don't know. I wanted to try to breathe some life into this story.
Well, you did. I literally got creeped out and was like violently rubbing my ear on my shoulder because it like
I was holding my breath for like 3 minutes there, Sean.
Yeah. I don't like it.
Then let's take a breath.
Yep.
Let's
I'd appreciate that.
And I just want to like reestablish everything that we just lived through, gang, together. The cold, the scream, the radio, the face in the backseat, the whisper in the window, the weight in the passenger seat. Every one of those encounters, those aren't scenes from a horror movie. They're not scripts that I just decided to write and completely make up. These are stories that people swear have happened to them on Route 44. So what is the story behind this red-headed hitchhiker? Because believe it or not, this bitch has a paper trail, and we can kind of piece together a little bit of some semblance of a timeline here.
Okay.
The earliest written record that I was able to find came in 1994 when paranormal researcher Charles Turek Robinson published a book called New England Ghost Files. In it, Robinson interviews 5 locals, all who claim to have eerily similar encounters with the red-headed hitchhiker. All the documented sightings happened between a small stretch of road in the Rehoboth and Seekonk stretch, and they all happened between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. Eastern time. And those accounts are what inspired everything we just walked through and experienced here together. Now, the legends have to absolutely predate 1994. People say they were telling stories like this long before it ever hit the official paperback. But Robinson's book is the first time the hitchhiker officially blows onto the national stage. But the 94 book was only the beginning of this story. In 2003, legends started to grow more rapidly online. And Robinson, the author of the book, noticed something strange. The story wasn't fading away like most ghost tales do. It was actually growing. And as it spread, the story picked up one of the oldest tropes in ghost folklore, the vanishing hitchhiker. In some retellings, drivers actually stop, open the door, let the red-headed man in. Sometimes he talks, sometimes he sits perfectly in silence, and sometimes he just stares out the window as they continue driving down the road. But those individuals who swear that they stopped to pick him up, the second they turn around to look at him or look through the rearview mirror to glance over, he's gone. Like he just left the car. No door open, no sound, no weight shifting from the vehicle, just in the car one moment, out of the car the next. And it's not always the back seat. I read a couple encounters where it was the passenger seat. He was literally right next to them. Poof, gone.
What?
Yeah.
Are you telling anybody? I picked up this red-headed hitchhiker. I pulled back onto the road. I turned and he was gone.
I'm telling everybody.
I think I'm keeping that shit to myself.
No, I have to tell everybody. How do you keep something like that to yourself? Wouldn't that drive you nuts?
I don't want to look crazy.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm telling everyone too.
Me too, yeah. Because like, wouldn't it drive you more crazy to just like have that just constantly in your own head and you can't talk to anybody about it?
If I tell anybody, it makes it real.
By 2017, paranormal investigators were taking deep dives into the case. The blog Tripping on Legends has gathered dozens of accounts and found a lot of them were almost identical. Again, exactly like our stories. Red-headed man in flannel, just appearing inside the car, outside the car, standing on the double line, on the side of the road, continuously over and over, all so similar. In 2020, news outlets covering the Bridgewater Triangle officially labeled Route 44 one of the most haunted roads in all of Massachusetts. And by 2024, the legend was officially big enough to inspire a short film called 44, made by local filmmakers. It is a 6-minute short film. I tried to find it and I wanted to like post it on our Instagram and our Reddit and watch it, but they've only done one showing and now they're trying to go ahead and shop it out as the next blockbuster. How crazy is that?
That would be a great movie.
Right? Yeah. A full-length horror movie based in the Bridgewater Triangle. Sign me the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
That brings us the big question. Who the hell is he? Well, there are 4 main theories to what's going on here. Theory 1, he was a real guy. Maybe he was a man who died on the road, walking home, changing a tire, involved in a crash, and never made it back. People point to old accidents, old fatalities, half-remembered stories about a redhead guy who matched the description. More recently, the internet actually latched onto a supposed name. They claimed it was Herbie Red. Someone claimed the farmer died while changing his tire on Route 44. But the truth is, I tried to find obituaries, death records, newspapers. I found nothing about a Herbie Red officially out there. So there was nothing verifiable that I could find. Now, with that said, if you've got something to challenge that gang or you can find some of it, send that to us. I want this to be real.
They will.
I want this to be real. If the hitchhiker is a real person, his identity, it's non-existent. And yet, people on Reddit describe deadly accidents have occurred on the same stretch of highway. One user wrote, "I've lived on 44 near the Seekonk-Rehoboth line. The intersection of 44 and Lincoln Street is a death trap. People died there a couple years ago, and they're definitely not the first." In fact, after getting that from one of our lovely Redditors, I did a quick search of fatalities around Route 44, and like most busy roads, yeah, people have fucking died there. I couldn't find any direct links to hitchhikers dying there, though. But there have been deaths all across Route 44.
You're a ghost. You're trying to get home. Of course you're going to hitchhike, right?
Yeah, but he's scaring people. The hitchhiker that like gets in the car and then vanishes, like maybe that could be the story. But like this guy's like terrorizing people. If I had to like create a backstory for the hitchhiker, the redheaded hitchhiker, it might be that like maybe he was hitchhiking and then he got hit and it was like a hit and run. And maybe he got left. And that's why now he like torments the people that drive down the road.
He's trying to get back at his murderer.
Yeah.
Could be.
Like the whole like, I'll see you soon.
I do think there is something to the, like you're saying, like he likes it, he's tormenting people. I didn't write this in the story, but a lot of the occurrences that I read were maniacal laughs also occurring, which like, oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're having fun.
Yeah, he's enjoying it.
Honestly, respect. Respect. If I come back a ghost, I'm going to be fucking with you. So respect.
We talked about this.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Theory 2, going to lean kind of into folklore. There is the classic archetype of vanishing hitchhiker. It's a story pretty much that shows up in all cultures around Earth. Someone traveling, someone bringing a message, someone warning you of something to come. But the Route 44 version kind of breaks all the rules because this motherfucker, as we we talked about, isn't warning you.
No.
He doesn't apparently need or want to ride. He's not teaching you a moral lesson. He just wants to scare the shit out of you and vanish.
Yep.
There's no comfort, closure, or message in that. I think it's really just terror. So I don't know. I don't know what to think about that one. I don't think there's any hidden messages.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything there other than I want to scare the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
Which, again, respect. Respect. All right, the next one we've got is kind of a psychological take. Rural roads at night, do they just mess with your senses?
Sure.
Depth
right?
perception changes. Peripheral vision can start to lie to you. Fatigue, most of these sightings between, 10 and 4 in the morning, it can make you mishear or missee things. Maybe people who already know the legend are primed to see the red-headed hitchhiker. But we talked about this earlier. There is a catch. People who don't know the story have also reported him. And I want to share one that I read on Facebook.
Wait, what?
Yeah. You heard that right, Chris. On Facebook, one wrote, "My stepson saw a man walking down the road. Then suddenly he was stuck in the back seat. He had no idea about this legend before this event happened. He described a red-beard, lumberjack-looking guy. They were driving in Rehoboth, and then he was just gone."
Oh, that freaks me out because everybody knows the legend. Right. But if you don't know the legend, you have a similar incident. Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah. And this whole teleporting ghost thing too, like he's walking down the road, I see him, then he's in my back seat, and then he's gone. Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't like it at all. Our fourth and final theory that we're going to toss out here today is it is in the Bridgewater Triangle. Is this just the Bridgewater Triangle effect? And maybe it's not about a person as much as it is about a place, right? If you take Robinson's original 5 reports and drop every single one of them on where they happen, they are all inside the Bridgewater Triangle. Yeah. Again, as you might remember from episode 6, it's a 200 square mile patch of southeastern Massachusetts that paranormal researchers and Lauren Coleman first defined back in 1978. And again, just as a quick reminder, it's a region that is famous for phantom lights, cryptids, haunting, UFOs, ghosts, you name it, it's popping off inside the triangle. And long before the ghost stories, as you might recall, this land was home to one of the bloodiest events to ever occur inside of North America in the 1600s.
King Philip's War, yeah.
You got it. Battles, raids, executions, mass deaths of King Philip's War. I don't know. I don't obviously think that this is some like Wampanoag warrior or some British settler or something like
Dressed
that.
up like a lumberjack?
Yeah, I don't think there's like a native curse. I don't think that fits in here.
Red-headed native?
Yeah, but like there's energy in this area. There's something that is manifesting, and maybe those types of traumas have some way of festering and growing other legends, and this story was just primed to go ahead and take root. And if that's true, then maybe Route 44 just happens to be right in the middle of a perfect storm of some type of energy.
You know what else was on Route 44 was there's a lot of different cult stories. One cult that murdered 2 prostitutes and laid them out in a ritualistic way.
I remember that story from their episode.
So much weird shit happened there.
Strange fucking area. So what does all this mean at the end of the day? And honestly, I don't know. I don't think anyone knows. What I do know is this, that for decades, it seems that people swear they've seen a red-headed hitchhiker on the same road. And whether it's a spirit, a hallucination, or some type of, boogeyman or something, people experience him and they see him. And honestly, they share the stories and they tell their friends, and that's how New England legends are born. And I want to end this story with one last Reddit comment that just warmed my little dark heart. This is from Adorable Goose 6249, which killer name. They wrote, "When my daughters were young, if they weren't behaving in the car, my husband and I would point to the Route 44 sign. They'd immediately behave." They've grown up now and they get a kick out of it. And
that was good parenting in the 90s.
I love it. Exactly.
Parenting now.
And to that I say, fuck yeah. And that's our story on the red-headed hitchhiker.
Oh, man.
I love that.
So the story I had heard is if you were on Route 44 at midnight and you pulled over and flashed your headlights 3 times, the red-headed hitchhiker would appear, and teenagers would dare each other to do it. And now that I've heard the entire story, that's scary as fuck, and I would never do that. But I knew this legend was out there for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if that, like, kind of, again, the legends get out there. You know how kids are. They're like, I want to see it. And then all of a sudden it gets like this dare, right?
Yeah.
Go there, park there 3 times the lights. Like, you can totally see how that would get some legs and start running. I kind of want to do it.
Well, I'm just sitting here
Not
thinking.
after that story.
I'm thinking about how we had mentioned once about doing a Weirder After Dark road trip. So I just feel like at some point during the road trip, you have to be driving down Route 44.
You see, I care about our listeners, so I'm going to ask you not to drive down that road at night.
Okay.
Back to the Bridgewater Triangle, though. That spot's just prime. Route 144, you got Taunton, which has that old hospital that no longer exists. The asylum. Yep. You got, as you said, Fall River. So you've got Axe Girl.
Lizzie Borden.
Lizzie Borden house happens there. So there's
a lot of weird shit happening in that area.
There were several people that commented. So I put out a Reddit post to try to see if anyone had any personal stories for me to share in this episode. And several of them weren't about Route 44 specifically, but were about hikes or rocks or different spots in the general vicinity or area that they claimed were haunted, or all of a sudden they now have bad luck from being around the Hockomock Swamp or any of those general areas. And one last thing that popped up a few times that I want to share is, so there were a couple stories about the red-headed hitchhiker that people claiming to see him not on Route 44, but in some of the surrounding roads. And not only that, there were other people claiming to be driving down Route 44 and not seeing the red-headed hitchhiker, but seeing a little girl sitting on a rock wall and then just disappearing, and other types of spirits or entities like that. So again, leading me to believe that maybe
it's the location.
Maybe it's less about the red-headed hitchhiker and more about something pulling in that Route 44 area.
My theory is that there was a lot of cult activity and they opened up something they weren't supposed to. And all that energy is just allowed to flow through. And it's manifesting all these weird ways.
I don't like that, Chris.
If you live in that area, you should move.
Yeah, hell yes. I know we joked in episode 6 about being the Weirder After Dark headquarters, but nope, I'm out. I'm out.
Sean, we're going to record at midnight. We need you to come down Route 44.
Hell no. I won't even do it in daylight. Well, Kathy, Chris, hope you enjoyed today's story on the red-headed hitchhiker.
Yeah, thank you so much. You brought that alive, man. I was in that car. Yeah. That was very well written.
I jumped twice and cringed.
Mission success. And again, we hope that you enjoyed today's episode as well. And if you did, feel free and make sure, if you haven't yet, to go over to our Instagram, our Reddit, and our Facebook, because we're out there building some motherfucking communities. So once you come over and interact with us, as well as other individuals who are loving this shit just like you. And on Reddit and Instagram, over the next couple days, we'll be posting some images that are going to support this story. Do I got evidence of ghosts? I don't know. Guess you have to come on and find out. And if you do, make sure you comment on that shit. And no, we are always on the hunt for your weird New England stories. So I don't know. Have you ever pitched up a hitchhiker and left their body on the side of the road?
Oh, dear.
Hopefully not. That'd be fucking weird. But if you did see a hitchhiker that was a ghost, we want to hear that story. So send that to us, and you can send it to thegang@weirderafterdark.com. And even if it's not hitchhikers, if it's anything, aliens,
big dogs,
big dogs, big serpents, big cryptids. Well, Bigfoot, teleporting. Apparently that happens if you ask certain people. You've seen that? We want to hear about it. And don't forget, if you are absolutely liking this shit, if you're fucking in love with this shit, the best thing that you can do to help us out is to leave a 5-star review wherever it is that you are listening. And it would mean the world to us if you did. And don't forget, it always gets a little weirder after dark.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.